Oh, I gotta get this. He's walking on the fucking water, dude.
I just need your gun. I can't pick your gun up. My friend here is gonna hold you up.
We got a zombie crawling
mate.
over here.
So sorry about taking your gun. I'm gonna leave you some stuff for it. What would you need? Do you have another gun you need ammo for? Because I need a shotgun. Alright, I'm gonna leave you something. Here, that's maybe not the most effective gun, but you get it. Now you got 5 seconds. You run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks, man. See you later.
Hey, I'm finna go watch him. I want to see if he's gonna try some funny shit. I'm finna follow him for a hot second just to look, see if he really leaves.
Can you just tell me if I have my shotgun on my shoulder?
He's gone. He burned the fuck out. I'm coming back to you.
Oh, because my shit is gone.
Okay, guys, so I was looking into this video and I wasn't gonna release it, but something happened, and you know, I didn't like the outcome of the video. I worked a long time on it, trying to get it, you know, right and everything, and I didn't like the video. And I'm one of those people where it's really hard for me to do something and not finish it, and then I just didn't want to move forward, you know, and I stopped uploading videos because of this video. And I don't even get it now that I'm watching it and I'm recording this commentary. But here we go. Well, I was playing and things are normal, you know, lone wolfing it, and basically, you know, just looting up, you know, going to one of my favorite little trails, looting up, going through Starry, and this is when they had the bug in the game where you know, you'd have your weapon out, and when another player would come within a certain distance of you, it would make you put your weapon away. So I'm just going about my business, you know, daily survival and DayZ, and you know, it's crazy. You know, I'm so paranoid. I'm a lone wolf in this game, and I've died so many times, you know, just, you know, enjoying the game. And like you see, I'm always peeping corners and taking pictures. You know, the game looks so beautiful. And you know, I'm recording this this is like 4 or 5 months after I record this footage. I'm recording this commentary, so we're actually on build 5.9 now, and they're talking about the new renderer and all these things coming out, but I digress. So the whole time I was recording this video, I didn't record any sound. I was just playing and recording. So there is no sound on the video, you know, not me talking at all. You know, I'm just playing like I normally play, you know, doing things I normally do, searching every house and things like that. So I get hit a story, and you know, I'm like, oh man, I want to search the police station, but you know, it's Starry, so it's dangerous. So I pull out my gun because I'm saying, well, I'm gonna try to search the police station, and you know, doing my little thing. I'm always nervous in this game. It's the only game that makes me nervous like this. But you'll see here in a second that my gun gets put, you know, it just goes back in my back, and I'm like, what the hell? I didn't do that. So I knew automatically there's got to be a player close by. So I was like, okay, yeah, see here I am taking pictures of the sunset, and DayZ like, oh, it's just, see now I didn't put my gun up, it just did that. So I'm like instantly, okay, somebody's here. They're gonna walk around the corner and shoot me in the face. So my first thing is I'm gonna take cover. I'm gonna go in this house, and I'm gonna go upstairs and everything, and I'm gonna wait and see if I see anybody. Maybe they saw me, maybe not. Maybe I'll see something. So yeah, I'm closing doors. Oh man. So I end up going in the house, and I think I stayed in this house probably like about 20 or 30 minutes just waiting, because every time I would think, well, it's been 10 minutes, the person, maybe they moved on. I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anybody, so I'm like, well, maybe they moved on. And then as soon as I would say that, my gun would get put away again, so I know there's somebody, around me. So this is after about 20 or 30 minutes of me being, you know, in the game now. I'm like, I added this music in the video because I was trying to, fill it in to show you the tension that people go through in playing this game. Like, when you know there's somebody there. And right now, all I have is a shotgun with a couple rounds in it and a few more extra rounds, which in this game is not really that great. You can defend yourself, but I mean, if they have any type of gun, anything better than a shotgun, you're pretty much screwed. So here I am checking to say, okay, well, there's people on the server, so damn, there has to be somebody here. Where are they? What's going on? Oh man. Now, yeah, this is me just super paranoid and creeped out by the fact that my gun keeps getting put away. So I know there's somebody here. Where are they? What are they doing? They're stalking me. What the fuck is going on? So I finally said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going out. If I die, so be it. I haven't even really looted up. This is me coming from the coast, and this is what I've gathered so far, and I've made it to Starry. So now I'm peeping corners, I'm looking out windows, I'm like, man, stay low. Oh man, this game does weird things to your head when you're playing it. It really does. Now, if you look to the red house, everybody knows the red house. Everybody always runs to it in ambush. I was thinking, well, maybe there's somebody in this house, so I want to check it out. And I say, well, I'm still going to try to loot the police station because I can't leave without trying to at least loot it. So now we're going to watch here. Now, you see, I look around, check my back, doing a little side step, making sure nobody don't get an easy shot on me or whatever, and then I'm gonna run over to the police station. Now I'm gonna look back for a second, and you're basically gonna see this guy that I guess, I don't know if he was following me or whatever. Like, it's coming up here. When I get to the other end of the police station, I'm gonna turn around and check my back, and you're gonna see this guy hop the fence. Here it comes. See, you see him? He hopped the fence right back over there, and I saw him. So I was like, what the hell? Is this guy following me? He's like, yeah. Oh, so I was like, oh no, forget the police station. Let's fall back a little bit. I don't know what weapon he has or anything. I'm gonna, try to find some cover, which is basically I'd run to another house, and I've just spent the last 30 minutes hunkering down in that house there, and then I'm gonna run to this house, and I'm basically like waiting for this guy to try to push up on me, or at least that, because normally this is DayZ, people are really aggressive. So I'm like, damn, man, this game is so fucking crazy. It's like, in other games you see people and you're like, hey, there's another player. But in this game, you see another player and you know that your life is on the line. You're basically a few seconds away from getting a bullet to your dome, and you're like, I just spent the last 3 hours running up here and looting up every little town, and I don't feel like dying right now. So here we go again with me stuck in another house, watching the door, thinking this guy's gonna come through the door shooting, and it's gonna be a bloody battle. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of guys that play DayZ, this feeling. You definitely know this feeling that I'm going through right now is this person, because this whole time I was playing, I wasn't talking at all. You can basically just see me just sitting there, just, no, man. And you'll see why later, why I didn't want to put this video out here, because I watch a lot of DayZ videos on YouTube. So there's a lot of stuff going on in these videos, but mostly it's just action. You know, you'll see these guys that make videos every 2 days, and it's always kill cams, what I call kill cam videos, which is basically, you know, no looting, no interactions, just you see them when they're shooting somebody, you know. So here is me later after I got past that, never saw that guy again, and I then looted my way all the way over to the mosquito tents. Now, I have real bad luck when it comes to the tents. Every time I come here, I die. Like literally every time I come here, I always get either shot by one of my friends on accident, or I get killed by some guy that's a sniper, or just like this situation here. So if you know, this is me thinking, man, it's nighttime, it's a medium pop server, I should be safe, you know, the snipers can't pick me off that easy, I'm gonna find me some decent gear, and all I have right now, you can see in my inventory, is some rounds for my Mosin, and that's it. And I'm not the best guy with a long range rifle. I'm really more of like a guy with a machine gun, you know, close in battle type person. You know, I get in close and I'll finish you like that. So I'm really out of my you know, my depth here, you know, trying to play with a Mosin. But at this point, this is the only weapon I found and the only ammunition I found, so I'm pretty much, you know, this is all I have, you know. That's why I came to the tents. I was like, I need to find me a machine gun. I need to find me, you know, a AKM or AK-74U, one of my favorite weapons in the game, or at least the SKS, which is one of my favorite guns of all time, you know. So I'm looking around trying to find a weapon, and well, let's watch here for a second. I know it's just probably boring to most of you guys, but I don't know, man. It's just something about this game. The action is great, and I love the stalking and the fighting and the PV. Well, everybody PvP, but I call it, you know, human nature. You know, people, you can stalk people, they can stalk you. You know, your true humanity comes out in this game. What type of person you're gonna be. You know, you have this world to explore, and you have weapons, so somebody's gonna die eventually. So here I am checking tree line, making sure there's no sniper, or, you know, just, this is me playing DayZ. You know, I'm so paranoid in this game. I don't want to die. I want to live. I want to try to survive as long as I possibly can. So I know it might seem crazy like to be this cautious, but it's saved my life quite a few times in this game. And it's also, you know, the times that I run around and I'm just not paying attention, I always get shot in the head, or come around a corner and some guy's there and like, oh, boom, 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 you're dead. So I'm gonna loot up in the tents for a little bit, you know, looking for gear, you know, just desperate, you know, trying to find a gun. I'm going up in the the deer stand in the tents. I'm begging for a sniper or some guy to just light me up, you know. I mean, it's crazy now that I think about it, you know. Yeah, I know you saw that amphibia that I have. Yeah, that's an amphibia. It's the only pistol I'd found up until this point. Now, up until this point, I've been on this server for some hours, and I'm thinking, well, it's safe here. I haven't heard any shots. Nobody took a shot at me, so I should be okay to, you know, basically loot up a little bit, you know, and not have to be constantly, you know, watching my back. So I'm just playing it safe, taking it slow, no running, you know, so I'll be out of breath, because I know it's difficult to take shots with the Mosin or any long-range weapon in this game when you're out of breath. So I normally don't run. I always jog so that I can quickly take a shot if I have to. Now, what I didn't know was that there was another player here. I don't know where he was at this time, but the server's gonna actually go down. And, you know, me thinking, oh, I'm in the tents, I have to get out of there. I logged in, you know, right after the server comes back up. And we should be getting to that point here. We only have a few minutes left. Yeah, cause see, I'm paranoid, cause I could have swore I heard something, so I was like, man, what's going on? So Yep, and here we go. Server goes down. I'm inside of the officer's tent, so of course I'm like, oh man. So I log back in, and as soon as I log back in, I'm running around, and I see a guy. So I instantly start running, and I hit the record button. So I'm like, oh fuck. And then he started chasing me, but of course he had a shotgun, and I had a Moser. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta take some cover, and I'm gonna try, catch him slipping. I'm looking around, and of course he's following me. He's basically chasing me down outside of the sandbags, and I'm like, oh man, this is perfect. I'm gonna wait here until he comes around the corner. Boom, I got the Mosin. Boom, it's over with. Now, I don't blame Dayz for the screw up that's gonna happen here, but I think it was because my CPU was overclocked, and it would, artifacts would pop up from it being, see, there's the guy. He's coming outside the wall. He has a shotgun. And I'm thinking, okay, I should have took off the scope now that I think about it, but I didn't. And, this is what screws me here. See how I was like, what the hell? And I couldn't see anything. So I'm trying to take a shot. And boom, hits me with the shotgun. I'm unconscious. I'm like, now this is 4 or 5 hours in game. And it's over. And I'm just sitting here just looking at the screen like, how is this going to play out? Is he just going to finish me off? Am I just going to bleed out? Did I even hit the guy? And you get that feeling like, oh man, I got to respawn on the coast and start over again. Dayz. And of course, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. I've got a lot more videos coming out that I've been recording. That's just been sitting on for 4 months now because I've been dealing with this video. But see you next time.